Pompeii, the destruction, the people, and its importance today. Today, Vesuvius erupted. It was the most majestic and terrible sight I have ever seen, or ever expect to see. The smoke from the crater slowly built up into a great bulging shape, having all the appearance of solidity. It swelled and expanded so slowly that there was no sign of movement in the clouds, which by evening must have risen 30 to 40,000 feet into the sky and measured many miles across. What I have just read for you is a description of Norman Lewis and his experience of the eruption of that vicious volcano on March 19th, 1944. In AD 79, Vesuvius erupted for the first time in 700 years with a disastrous impact, but leaving a monumentous heritage to posterity. Pompeii, a Roman town, was not only preserved by the eruption, but also destroyed. The vicious eruption caught the people living there by surprise. The volcano didn't just destroy everything, but the debris and the ashes that came preserved everything and everyone exactly how it was at that time. The victims that were in Pompeii were preserved in their final moments of their lives. The buildings, art, artifacts, and their bodies provided a record of everyday life in the ancient civilization. That's what makes Pompeii so important to study today. There is an incredible amount of information about ancient Rome civilization preserved in Pompeii, which makes Pompeii the easiest for archaeologists and historians to excavate. Some ancient writers believe that Pompeii was founded before the Trojan War at the time of Hercules' travels. Modern historians, on the other hand, have been reluctant to accept the possibility of a permanent settlement on the site of Pompeii before the 6th century BC. The names of hundreds of people who lived and died at Pompeii are known. They are identified on public buildings and tombs. It is impossible to give a precise figure for the size of the population, but based on the evidence of the estimated seating capacity for the amphitheater, it may have varied from 8,000 to 12,000. The social composition of Pompeii was first the Pompeii elite, which were the free-born male citizens and their families, made up the political and social elite of Pompeii. The council was formed from male members who controlled the public treasury, spaces, and official religion. Then there were the freedmen, who were slaves freed by their masters. They could either continue to live and work with their masters or go off and start their own business. Citizenship depended upon the status of the mother. There are some findings that show that Pompeii was on the verge of destruction, but also evidence that they were planning to rebuild the city. However, the violent eruption of Vesuvius in 79 AD buried Pompeii, preserving it and allowing us to get a glimpse into the way of life of the inhabitants. I hope the information provided in this presentation helps you understand a little about Pompeii, the town frozen in time, without the ice, of course.